Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you came today. Thank you so very much. And if it's your first time here, then welcome. I'm Sue, and I hope you're going to enjoy what I'm doing on the channel. So today we're getting to a band we've never done before. We're going to do the band Platinum Blonde and their 1983 song, It Doesn't Really Matter. And this was a cool song. It was really all over the place back in the day in Canada, at least. I don't know how it did anywhere else, but it's going to be a really fun one to revisit because I haven't heard it for quite some time. We don't hear it too much anymore, but back in the day, it really was a big song. Before we get going though, if you could all like the video and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help me to grow when you do that. And don't forget to click on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I drop videos every single day, and you don't want to miss them when they drop. All right, here we go. From 1983, Platinum Blonde, and It Doesn't Really Matter. And this is the official remastered HD video. Here we go.
But they've not forgotten. They tried to break our lust for passion. They tried to tell us that it's not in fashion. And if you were to ask me questions, what are we fighting for? We're just breaking down the door. It doesn't really matter. I've been through this all before. It doesn't really matter.
You know, this is such a classic kind of 80s song, and I remember this back on, we used to have a, I think it's still around, we had a video channel called Much Music here in Canada, and this was on all the time, this video, and it really is that perfect kind of video for back in the early 1980s, isn't it? I mean, it's got the kind of, you know, pretty boy with, you know, this makeup and his lip gloss and his very fashionable kind of leather jacket with his, you know, really kind of coiffy 1980s style hair, you know, and then you have the boys rocking out as the band, and you have like the pretty girls in their, you know, sort of tight dresses. It just looks really great, and it's a perfect example of one of these 1980s videos that really made these video channels back in the day so popular. This song just really fits this time period so perfectly, and it kind of has a bit of a, it's got a rock, kind of like a pop rock feel mixed with a sort of a synth pop kind of feel, and even the way they're dressed and the kind of feel to it all too almost has a bit of a glam throwback from maybe like to the 1970s or something. So all in all, just a kind of a really cool song, and there's kind of a really neat sort of riff, I guess, that they're playing on that guitar. And I think this band was really kind of underestimated back in the 1980s. They did well here in Canada, but I don't know if they did well anywhere else. So if you guys know how they did at all in your country, I don't know if this was released anywhere else. So you guys tell me what you think about it, but also tell me if it ever did reach the charts in your particular country. All right, let's rewind this a wee bit.
The police, they try to hold us still. They can lead us and they can beat us, but you know they'll never control our will. And if you were to ask that question, what are we about to
absolutely great. I love it. His like that screeching that he was doing, it was raw and it was very cool. He had a really kind of neat voice too, a little bit kind of high pitched in certain places, and just did a really good job. Kind of a cool frontman. So really did like that song a lot. They were quite popular. In fact, in 1984, they were the second best-selling band in Canada, only second to Rush, which of course that is a huge band. So it just shows you how popular this particular album was. I think they had about, it was called Standing in the Dark, although they did have an EP prior to that. The Standing in the Dark album, I think, had about 4 singles off of it, and it did very well here. And like I said, I don't know if it did anything anywhere else, so you guys can let me know what it did in your country, if anything at all. But it really was kind of a 1980s sort of staple classic here in Canada, and it really did deserve a little bit more attention. I think that band was pretty cool. I mean, some of the drumming that was going on was very cool, especially when they were making it sound like the women who were banging on the door. Some of the drum solos were cool, whether they were real or the electronic drums. He had both going on. The guitar work in this song was pretty cool as well. So all in all, a very cool kind of pop rock, synth rock sort of pop kind of sound. And like I said, it really did have elements of glam rock in it as well, I believe. If you know Platinum Blonde and you'd like me to do more of their stuff, please put down in the comments. Maybe you could tell me your favorite song by Platinum Blonde, and I'll be more than happy to check it out. And if you'd like to hear some other videos that I've done in the past, just look up here at the end of this video, and you'll see some reactions or reviews of various songs that I've done over the course of the channel, and you may want to check them out as well. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, you may be interested in the channel, and you may be interested in becoming a member of the channel. And all you have to do is click on the join button. It'll give you a bunch of different membership options, and if any of them appeal to you, you can join my community, and I would thank you in advance for doing that. Okay, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed that one, that 1980s classic, and everybody have a joyful day, and I will see you all again next time. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Bye-bye.